Hey everyone, today I want to address a recurring issue related to Halo Infinite, one that I've touched upon in previous videos. It's time to tackle the Steam Halo Infinite numbers and explain why they are being used as a bad faith argument. There's a vocal group of individuals who seem to have made it their mission to be negative about Halo Infinite and 343 Industries. It appears that being upset is their sole purpose, regardless of the actual content released for the game. They often argue that certain features should have been present at launch, which is a valid point to some extent. However, it's important to consider that these features have been added later on, which should be a reason for them to be happy and willing to play the game. If someone truly cared about a specific addition and chose not to play the game because it wasn't initially available, it's contradictory for them to remain negative even after the feature has been implemented. Either they don't genuinely care about the particular aspect, or they are being negative for the sake of it. If they were genuinely interested in that new feature or addition, they should be excited to play it after making such a fuss about it. I mention this because the same group of people who hypocritically complain that something should have been there at launch are largely the ones constantly bringing up the Steam charts. They repeatedly make a few claims with slight variations, such as Halo Infinite has lost 90% of its players since launch, the new season was supposed to save Halo, but it failed to do so, and no one is playing the game, it's dead, etc. Let's address the player loss according to Steam. It is true that if you look at Halo Infinite on Steam, you'll see a significant drop in players. However, it's essential to understand the Xbox factor. These individuals want Halo to be as popular as it was in the past, or seemingly was, but conveniently ignore the fact that its popularity was tied to Xbox. Halo has a strong association with the Xbox ecosystem, and we cannot disregard the impact of Xbox Game Pass. So let's go back in time a bit and examine the release of Halo Infinite. The multiplayer was launched on November 15th as free-to-play, followed by the campaign release on December 8th. If you had Xbox Game Pass for PC, you would have downloaded Halo Infinite through the Xbox app on PC on December 8th, regardless of whether you had already downloaded the multiplayer through Steam. It is highly unlikely that many people would have bought the campaign through Steam just to avoid the Xbox app, as it would have been a waste of money if they already had Game Pass. On the topic of saving money, if you had Xbox Game Pass and you planned to buy anything from the in-game store, you would want to be using the Xbox app version of the game, considering you would get a discount on credits you bought. Therefore, it's reasonable to assume that players with Xbox Game Pass would transition to the Xbox app. Therefore, within a few weeks after the initial launch, we would have seen a drop in Steam numbers due to players transitioning to Xbox Game Pass. Additionally, considering Halo's association with Xbox, it's reasonable to assume that many long-term Halo players already owned an Xbox or were part of the Xbox ecosystem through Game Pass on PC. This further skews the numbers in favor of console players, which Steam does not capture. Now, some might argue that Steam is the most popular PC gaming platform, and while that is true, we can't ignore the fact that popular games like Fortnite, which is currently the #1 game on Xbox, is not available on Steam. Fortnite has a massive player base and demonstrates that a game can be incredibly popular without being on Steam. This example highlights the possibility that Halo Infinite, which is available on both Steam and Xbox, may have a significant player base outside of Steam as well. I've seen other people say, well, Steam is the only platform for which we have numbers. Although that is true, it doesn't mean that these numbers provide meaningful insights when we acknowledge the inherent flaws in the data. And let's move on to the Xbox charts. Is Halo Infinite at the top of these charts? No. But it's also not at the bottom. People constantly claim that Halo should have been more successful and blame 343 Industries, among other things. However, not every game needs to be at the top of the charts. Moreover, I believe the Xbox charts support my hypothesis that the Steam numbers are fundamentally flawed. As of the time of writing the script, Halo Infinite is ranked 321 for most played games on Steam. On the Xbox site, it is ranked 25. Generally, we don't see such a significant discrepancy in numbers for games available on both Steam and Xbox, except for other Xbox titles like Forza Horizon 5. It's ranked 96 on Steam and 13 on Xbox. In comparison, Apex Legends is 4 on Xbox and 3 on Steam. Grand Theft Auto 5 is 5 on Steam and Xbox. Destiny 2 is 7 on Steam and Xbox. Clearly, due to games associated with Xbox and Xbox Game Pass, there is a disparity between a game's actual performance and how it appears on Steam. To conclude, my main point here is that people selectively choose data to support their arguments. By failing to acknowledge the flaws in their data, they undermine their entire argument, leading me to believe they are engaging in a bad faith argument. What's even more concerning is the spread of hate towards 343 Industries and Halo Infinite, which can be detrimental impact to the game's player base in the long run. If the loudest voices are constantly telling others that the game is terrible, why would anyone want to play it? These individuals who initiate hashtags like Fire343 often don't have the genuine interest of the Halo franchise at heart. Now I want to be clear. I'm not here to claim that Halo Infinite has an enormous player base or that it's in a perfect state. While I personally believe it is in a healthy state, I cannot definitively confirm it due to the lack of comprehensive data. Anyone making definitive statements without proper data is simply trying to push the conversation in a particular direction without sufficient evidence. Instead, let's focus on constructive criticism and engage in genuine discussion about how we can improve the game. Let's support the hardworking developers at 343 Industries who are dedicated to making Halo Infinite the best it can be. It's time to shift the narrative and appreciate the immense efforts being made. Together, we can foster a positive community that encourages growth and ensures a bright future for the Halo franchise. Thank you all for listening. Let's keep the conversations going in the comments below. I'm really looking forward to seeing what people think about this one. If you liked what you just heard and saw, please consider hitting that like and subscribe button, and you can follow me on Twitter at AVGHaloGamer. And until next time, this is the Average Halo Gamer.